Hi, my name is David, and I'm going to walk you through how I solved the CSWA practice problem 7.7. So generally the strategy I used was to create this contour, then revolve it about this axis to create the main body, then use a rectangle to cut away this part and put one of these little bodies in by creating this contour and extruding it out, and then finally do a circular pattern to draw the rest of them. Let's get started. So I started in the right plane, and actually one of my new favorite shortcuts is Q. Oops, a little bit far out here. So Q shows all the planes temporarily. You can always click to hide them, but it's a nice easy way to see all the planes visually so that when you select one to sketch on, you know which one you're sketching on. Alright, and you can click anywhere to hide everything as well, or hit escape. Okay, so I'm going to create that center line that everything is going to be revolved about. Going to need that in a moment. And then go into Line Tool and start sketching out that profile. I'm actually only going to sketch one side of the profile. So just this side, and then use offset entities to get the rest of it. So looking at the parts of it, let me just go back over to here. So it looks like, so I'm going to focus on this outer part. The radius of that arc is 3, and then the distance from the top here to the bottom here is 12. And then the distance from the origin to this part right here is going to be half of 8. So this radius right here is the same as this distance right here, so that's going to be 4. And then going all the way out, so going from here to here, it looks like it's going to be this radius, which is half of 25, so that's going to be 12.5. Okay, let's put all those in. Got this radius is 3. From top to bottom we said was 12. And then from here the sort of radius of the inner circle is going to be 8 divided by 2, which is 4. And then going to the outer part, we've got 25 divided by 2, which is that 12.5. And now we've got a fully defined sketch. We'll go ahead and select and get into offset entities. We want 1 millimeter. It's already set because I just did this example just for practice. Also we want to, if you don't have cap ends selected, you want to select cap ends with lines. That'll cap it off here and create a closed contour. You can hit enter. Then hit S, and if you don't have revolved boss base, you can add it to your S key shortcuts. And since we had that center line for revolving this region, to revolve this region about, it automatically selected that center line as the axis of revolution. So we can hit enter, and now we've got our main shape. Alright, so now we want to cut away part of this bottom base right here. So I'm going to hit Q and work in the front plane, and then just create a rectangle, something like this. Now the distance from that this side of the rectangle to this axis right here is going to be 9. We can see that right here. So this side of the rectangle will be a distance of 9 from this axis, and then the bottom part of the rectangle will be a distance of 3 from this other axis. So let's create those, well actually we can just do that from the origin, so let's go ahead and create those dimensions. Here the origin horizontally is 9, here the origin vertically is 3. Alright, and the fact that the rectangle slops over doesn't really matter. It's gonna, as long as it cuts this part away. So let's hit S, and if you don't have extrude cut already set, you can add that to your shortcut list. It doesn't really matter which one we select. we can just do through all or up to next. It doesn't really matter here. So we'll do through all. And now we want to add that little sharp thing coming out of here. So I'll click on this face, hit sketch. So the sharp thing is going to be coming down and then arcing this way. And the arc actually doesn't close off at this point here, it closes off at this point. So let me just show that to you. So we'll start here, go a certain distance, and then we can go out and in. Oops. Just make sure we're coming out at in a good direction. It's only going to go to here, this point right here. Then we can draw a line to here and close it off. Now, just to show that, so if you notice, there's like a little line right here, which tells me that the arc doesn't go all the way out to this point, but rather connects right here, and that this is like a little squarish looking thing. Okay, so that's what told me to use a line right here. All right, let's finish this off then, and with dimensions. So it looks like from here to, from the bottom to top. Well, actually, we can do it from this vertex here to here. The vertical distance would be 9. Looks good. Now, one thing is that we're already fully defined, but it looks like this is bulging out like this. So we want to make sure that this center of the arc, by pulling it out, it automatically constrained the center of the arc to this line. So let's go ahead and get rid of that relation so that now the arc can be freely moved around. See, the center now is no longer locked on this line. Now we could have actually just exited the line tool at this point and gone to a 3-point arc to finish this arc off, and then that center wouldn't be constrained to this line. But by moving out of the point and back into the point, we only had some fixed directions that we could come out of it. And so that created that additional relation that we needed to get rid of. Okay, what we really want is we want right here the arc to be tangent to this line. We want it to come smoothly into that line. So we can select this point and then hit tangent. Okay, that's the kind of fully defined we want here. So now we want to extrude. I've got Control E set up for extrude. We want to extrude that up, only a distance of 1. Alrighty. So let's go ahead then and select the cut extrude, the boss extrude, and we will do a circular pattern. We can choose any of these circles to revolve about. So we want 4. We'll hit enter, and it looks like we are good to go. Checking the volume, we have 771. And if we look at the volume over here, it's 787 cubic millimeters. Now, I've done this problem a few times and in a couple of different ways. I tried one way where you create the outer circle and then these 2 inner circles and extrude the outer circle up 1, and then the annulus here, you can extrude that up 12, and then use fillets for this and this. Came up with exactly the same volume. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I feel like this volume is off. I saw another YouTube video where someone was doing this and got the same volume that I did, 771 cubic millimeters. So I'm pretty sure that the method used in this video is correct, but if you got something different, please let me know. Well, I hope this video was helpful. Take care and keep studying.